Well, Chris Popper joined by Robin Jones here at the Grand Theater in Ellsworth on the Stanley Subaru stage, and it's a week before Christmas, and well, not even.
All through the theater, some creatures are stirring, not that many, and there are no mice.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, not at all. However, we do have a bunch of stuff coming up next week after Christmas. Because we need to rest before we show. I think we've got like 3 or 4 movies and an opera going on next week. Let me see if I can get through them all right now, Chris.
Let's do it. So we got the Vacation Matinee.
Yes, that's The Boss Baby. Perhaps you've wondered or often asked to yourself, sure, Alec Baldwin is funny on Saturday Night Live, but what would he be like as a baby? Well, you're going to find out for about 4 days in a row next week for $1 a ticket every day at 1 p.m. starting on December 26th. That's the day after Christmas. Right. We'll be showing The Boss Baby in all of his glory on the Coastal Eye Care screen. And that'll be a fun way to get everyone out of the house after...
you need to get out of the house.
Oh, man. I think literally 5 minutes after Christmas, I have to get out of the house quickly. So we have that going on. And then, and that runs through the 29th.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then that evening, December 26th at 6 p.m., I believe, we're showing the last of the December Cinegrands, which usually we show things that are PG-13 or R. This is actually PG, and it's appropriate for the entire family. If you remember a film called Finding Neverland a few years ago,
I do.
This is along those lines. This is called Goodbye, Christopher Robin, and it's about the creation of the Winnie the Pooh stories and kind of the darkness that sort of led up to creating these amazingly light, heartwarming stories. Starring Domhnall Gleeson, an Irish actor who some of you may remember from the latest 2 Star Wars films, Star Wars The Force Awakens and Star Wars The Last Jedi, and he's playing a nice guy in this, A.A. Milne. It's a great movie. It brings me to tears. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I'll start crying. All right. Anyway.
But then we have Despicable, well, you go from that to Despicable Me 3.
Well, not just 3, but in 3D.
Exactly.
And we're starting that, I believe, on the 28th, and we'll be running that in the evenings, the 28th, the 29th, and then on the 30th, and the 30th, and then on the 31st, we're running a special matinee at 2 p.m. And all of those films, all the Despicable Me 3 in 3D films, are $5 a ticket, and those, like I said, will be in the evening around 7 o'clock.
I wish I had a minion. I need a minion or 2, because I'll tell you, if I had a minion or 2, my life would just be so great.
You know, ever since I was a little kid, I just thought, if I had a minion, what would I do? No, a million. If I had a million.
No, I don't want a million. I want a minion. Because ever since I saw Despicable Me, the first one, and I love the series.
Yeah, no, they're great.
I want a minion.
Well,
I need
Chris,
2.
You need several to really get stuff done, because one of them is going to be zany. So you need a couple of others to kind of smack them around and show them what's what. I watch the movies. I know what happens. I'm not making this stuff up or advocating it. Maybe they should treat each other better, and then maybe they get more stuff done.
See,
anyway.
2 or 3 minions, 2 Great Danes, my life would be complete.
And one of the Great Danes would solve mysteries with you and your hippie friends.
Exactly,
in a van.
exactly.
I don't know where that came from. Anyway, those are the movies that we have. And then we also have an opera that's also appropriate for the whole family. When you think Engelbert Humperdinck...
An opera? I never put the 2 together.
Usually you think of the guy who had the big hit after The Lovin' in the late 70s. He was actually named after a quite popular, very good, very talented opera composer, Engelbert Humperdinck.
Really?
Yes, who composed an all-age appropriate, beloved opera classic, Hansel and Gretel, based on the fairy tale. And it's the staging for this is amazing. I don't think it's Julie Taymor, but it is on that scale of the impossible realized on stage. And you've got to see it to believe it. And if you've ever thought, how do I introduce my kids to something a little bit more highfalutin than just musical theater or going to see concerts, this would be a great way to start. because it's a lot of fun for everybody. And we have that on Saturday, December 30th at 1 p.m. Please come by and check that out.
So you're saying that Hansel and Gretel, the opera,
yes,
might be a little bit better than the Christmas Story live.
Well, now, Chris Popper, our Christmas queen here and operations manager, Kim Fitch, said it was a great production. And who am I to argue with Kim Fitch?
All right.
I am no one, I am nothing.
All right.
So what I'm saying is, come by and check it out if you ever want to introduce your family to opera in the easiest way possible.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. On behalf of myself, Robin Jones, everybody here at the Grand, we wish you a very Merry Christmas, and check out all the other videos we have on the WDEA YouTube channel.